Hey folks, thanks so much for participating in a wonderful Pacing for Parkinson's week.
We moved in so many different ways and raised thousands of dollars for Parkinson's research, education, and patient care at the Johns Hopkins Parkinson's Disease and Movement Disorder Center. Thank you. We couldn't have done it without you.
A big thank you as well to our generous sponsors, whose contributions totaled nearly $14,000 to our cause. We are so grateful for your support.
Look out for our newsletter next week with a recap of just how far and long we've traveled and how much money we've raised for this important cause.
And be sure to keep an eye out in spring 2022 for an in-person post-race party for 2020 and 2021 teams and a kickoff for 2022.
It's now our pleasure to introduce Dr. Kelly Mills, the Johns Hopkins Parkinson's Disease and Movement Disorder Center Director, who will tell us about the impact of pacing for Parkinson's.
Hi, I'm Kelly Mills. I'm the director of the Johns Hopkins Parkinson's Disease and Movement Disorders Center. And I just wanted to say a big thank you to everyone involved in Pacing for Parkinson's disease this year. It's been a great success, and despite the continued challenges of having a virtual program where we can't get together in person and commune at the charity tent and do the run together, I think it's really helped with, to continue our sense of community around our patients and our family members and our friends with Parkinson's disease. I just wanted to mention some of the ways that this funding has been so important to our center. Firstly, it's a major supporter of very early stage research. So we have some brilliant researchers here who are working on coming up with better treatments for Parkinson's or ways to potentially slow or stop disease progression. The funding from Pacing for Parkinson's allows us to seed early experiments and studies to try and take things from an idea to an early pilot phase of research. And then once we get some encouraging results, we can also use that to apply for larger grants of $1 million from the NIH or Michael J. Fox Foundation. We have several examples of how this has worked, and thanks to the community support for our center in this early stage research, we've been able to work on better treatments for people with Parkinson's and other movement disorders. Secondly is the support for the community programs. So this has especially been important through the time of the pandemic when so many people are or were isolated at home, especially before vaccination, but even with the Delta variant spreading, it's not always completely safe to be in every communal situation where you don't know the status of other people, and so still being able to offer virtual programs, including our outreach and education programs, our educational seminars like Parkinson's Disease 101, our many support groups and our caregiver support group, and then also the community programs where we've granted funding to several different programs to support patients directly. So this includes the Yoga for PD program, the Dance for PD program, a Rock Steady Boxing program that we're helping with, and some support to MAPS for their programming. So, I think many people who have taken advantage of these mostly free community programs can attest to the impact that they can have on the lives of people living with Parkinson's already. And then also, the support is very important to our health educator, our program managers, our coordinators that are helping to run some of the support groups and the education series. Without the support from Pacing for Parkinson's, we just wouldn't be able to do as good of a job in supporting our community directly and then also working through research to develop new treatments for our patients. So again, I wanted to thank Aliya and the organizing committee, all of the runners, all of the families who supported the runners, and everyone who donated to support the runners to make it work this year. I'm hoping we get together next year for some bagels and beers and bananas at the tent, maybe in Charity Village, and that we can get back to doing this together so everyone can laugh at my slow 5K run time. But until then, thank you all again for a successful year.